Good morning, children. Have you ever wondered how the wet clothes dry, or how the wet areas after a rainy season becomes dry after some time, or how the pot water becomes cold after some time? Yes, for all these, the reason is evaporation. Today we will discuss evaporation. The definition of evaporation. Evaporation is the process in which a liquid is converted into gaseous state below the temperature at which it boils. So it is called as boiling point. So again I repeat, evaporation is a process in which a liquid is converted into gaseous state below its boiling point. Generally, liquids convert into gaseous state while heating only at boiling point. So beyond the boiling point only the liquids convert into gaseous states. But here without heating and also below the boiling point, even at room temperature, what is happening? The liquid is converting as gaseous state. So this process is called evaporation. Why the evaporation takes place and how it takes place? So we will discuss how the evaporation takes place in this class. Look here, the molecules in the liquid state move in different direction with different velocities. While moving, the molecules collide with each other. After collision, the molecules move in different velocities in different directions. Some of the molecules, look here, after collision they escape from the surface of the liquid. So while escaping they lose energy. Because of the energy loss, the temperature of the liquid decreases. So this is a continuous process and this is a cooling process. Why this is a cooling process? So in this continuous process of escaping the liquids which are present on the surface, the temperature decreasing, so this is a cooling process. Evaporation is a cooling process. We will discuss later. Next, evaporation is surface phenomenon. So evaporation is a surface phenomenon. Evaporation takes place only on the surface of the liquid, but not boiling. So boiling happens throughout the liquid, but evaporation happens only on the surface of the liquid. What are the factors affecting the rate of evaporation? The first one is nature of the substance. Generally we observe that some substance like sanitizer gets evaporated easily, but some substance like oily substance, they took more time for evaporation, for drying. So the evaporation is depending upon the nature of the substance. And the second one is surface area. Generally the liquids which are having more surface area or large surface area gets evaporated quickly. Next one, liquid temperature. So liquid temperature also plays an important role in evaporation. Next one is wind velocity. So velocity of the wind is also important in evaporation. Next one is humidity. What is humidity? The amount of water vapor present in air is humidity. If the humidity is more, evaporation will be less. If the humidity is very less, then the evaporation will be more. And vapor pressure. So this also same as humidity. If the vapor pressure is more, the evaporation will be less. Okay. So these are the factors affecting the evaporation or the factors affecting the rate of evaporation. If the evaporation happens more, then the rate of evaporation will be more. Next, practical applications of evaporation. The first one is sweating. The sweats gets evaporated so that the body temperature decreases. So this is example of evaporation. Next, dogs panting. So generally we see the dogs panting. What is the reason for dogs panting is dogs do not have sweat glands. So they do not able to cool their body by sweating. So what happens? Their temperature increases. So in order to cool their body temperature, they open their mouth and tongue. So the saliva gets evaporated. Already we have discussed that evaporation is a cooling process. By evaporating the saliva, the dogs decrease their body temperature. So dogs panting is also a best example for evaporation. Next, drying. Already we discussed in our first slide. So drying is a best example for evaporation. Next, salt making. How the salt is made? Salt is made by evaporating the seawater. So seawater contains more salt. The liquid gets evaporated, leaving raw salt in the salt fields, and this is purified and marketed. Next, concentration. So concentration means removing the impurities. So removing the impurity liquids is also a best example for evaporation. Next, water cycle. We all know that the water present in lakes, ponds, rivers get evaporated to become clouds, and again these clouds converts as water and it rains. So water cycle is also a best example for evaporation. Thank you. Like and subscribe my channel.